Now, leadership of the Ghana National Association of Private Schools says it will be suing government over what it describes as discriminatory and uneven distribution of students under the computerized school selection and placement system. President of the association, Dr. Damascus Turusong, says the 30% priority allocation of grade A SHS admissions to public schools is a disadvantage to students in private JHS schools. The situation, he says, is forcing students to leave their private basis institutions for public schools to increase their chances of getting placed into good schools. There's more in the following report.
The senior high school computer placement policy currently gives 30% priority placement to grade A schools to students from public schools before the remaining 70% is shared to all basic schools across the country. The Ghana National Association of Private Schools, GNAPS, says the policy rolled out by the Ghana Education Service and the Ministry of Education is discriminatory towards private schools. Leadership of the association says all means to have it reversed have proved futile. Speaking at the launch of the Ghana National Association Private Schools Week, President of the association, Dr. Damascus Turusong, revealed the association is preparing to file legal action against government.
Well, I think that in the past we have used many avenues of trying to persuade government, the policy makers, to do away with this discriminatory policy of 30% priority placement into category A schools for public schools. So it's reached a level where we indeed need to test the law and see how we can get the issue addressed. Because we cannot continue to suffer this discrimination since it is affecting a significant segment of Ghana's school children, that's the private sector. So indeed we are we have spoken to some lawyers already, and we are massing up to take the issue up at the courts.
Meanwhile, Deputy Minister of Education, Reverend John Intim Fojo, has called for more collaborations with the association to have its concerns addressed.
So may we see ourselves as one, as pursuing one agenda, as ensuring that every child that is born Ghanaian receives access to quality education, whether public or private. So it must not be a rivalry. It must be a collaborative work. It must be a collective effort to ensure that regardless the classroom that a child born Ghanaian enters into in this country, whether it's public school or it's private school, we must have high levels of quality outcomes. We must have quality education running through all our classrooms.
Emmanuel Bright Kweku, JoyNews, Kumasi.
Now, joining us live for an interaction on their intended action is the General Secretary of the Ghana National Association of Private Schools, Justice King. Thanks for joining us, Justice. How long has this been a problem for your association?
Okay, so it has taken some maybe 4 years, let's say so. But I think the thing got compounded by our last. By this year's placement exercise and by some utterances passed by the Director General for Ghana Education Service. But more importantly is to sit with the conversation. We have our national celebration once every year, during which we do a lunch where we bring the public into a discourse to understand exactly what our problems are as private school operators. In particular, this year, we are actually being incensed by the fact that a number of our students, upon reaching JSS1, move to the public sector schools to either write the BEC quickly, by that means by form to they write the BEC, or they move to the public sector school to continue their education from there so that their chances of entering category A schools will be brighter.
So how is this arrangement affecting your operations, if of course they are with you to JHS1 or JHS2?
Yeah, so if we look at the way the work in the JHS is like, we don't have a teacher to a class, we have a set of teachers to the department. So you have a minimum of about 7 teachers running 3 classes, just 1, 2, and 3. And so it's a bit expensive of it. And so when you don't have, maybe by the time the child gets the final year class, Form 3, if the numbers goes down, it affects the cost of operation, and that makes it very difficult for the schools that are most hit with this problem.
Well, before you go to court, what steps have you taken to get the issue addressed before your idea of suing government?
So let me then say that Ghana Secondary School actually believes in adopting civil procedures in resolving our issues. So when there are conflicts, we want to sit with the other stakeholders to see how we can address it. And we have been doing this for some time. We had a recent meeting with the Minister of Education when the issue of 80% was proposed by the Director of Ghana Education Service, for example. He gave us assurance that under his watch, nothing like that will happen. He cannot sit as a minister to do anything that will help private schools. He actually gave us all the assurance. And I think that it's part of that goodwill that we saw a deputy when we invited to our NAPS week lunch, and the deputy minister was in attendance on his behalf. So we have always explored civil means to address our issues. And going to court is one of the civil means actually in ensuring that if there are issues of discrimination, the whole idea of trying to ensure that students from deprived schools get the opportunity is fine, but the deprived students are in both public and private. So what we are expecting done actually is to ensure that if you are saying the 30% additional, if the 30% set aside is for deprived schools, we deprive students from both public and private, not public schools and leaving the private schools out, because there are really struggling private school students who even in their area might not even find a public school to attend. If they have to walk several miles to attend the school.
How strong is this case of yours going to challenge government over the 30%?
Our lawyers actually have given us assurance. They have looked at the issues, and so yes, they will be dealing from this time onwards. They will be the ones who will be taking up the issues from there. But we are very ready to.
When is this case going to be? When is this case coming on?
Well, anytime soon. They are just putting their details together, and then formal information will be given out to the public when the whole thing takes off.
So you don't have an idea when exactly you're going to sue government?
The lawyers will be taking up that. I don't want to actually start talking for them. I want them to do that.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much for joining us. Justice Kane is General Secretary for the Ghana National Association of Private Schools.